YouTubers, quick update on how we're going here. I haven't made a starting video yet, but anyway, now that does look a bit bad there, but that's where the hole saw run out because there was 2 layers and the second layer only come to about there, so it was a fucking prick to cut. Still got it through. So that's the clutch or master cylinder roll. That's the 2 bolts holding the top of the clutch pedal box in. Now it does look a bit rugged, but I mean, it's not, you know, doesn't have to be art here. So there's the pedal box, there's the hole through the firewall. I don't know if I can just, can't see where I'm pointing. There's the box there. I don't know if I can get technical here and zoom in. There, that's through the firewall. Up there, if I can get back in here, should be able to see the mounting bolts. Anyway, that's that. So I'm about to put the cylinder itself in, which is sitting somewhere. There it is. It's just a standard PBR type. And there's the selector set up. So yeah, as you can see, it's the cables. I like to cut my hole in the firewall just there. So yeah, they're piss easy at the moment. There's the clutch. There's the gearbox. I'll talk about them more later. And I'm just doing a bit of a recording on the run. There's my nice clean new engine to put in. I suppose if I zoom out that'll help. So thanks for watching. Alright, so anybody else doing this conversion, your next run-in is going to be this little bugger here. Now that's the torque converter end sits in here. And it's pretty heavily slammed in there. So what I did was got the good old Stilsons or whatever you want to call them and twisted it around. That loosened it and it started to come out. So as it come out I managed to sort of pull and yank on it some more and got it out. Now the flywheel is ready for the clutch here. So I'll just bolt that up, or the flywheel, sorry, the crank's ready for the flywheel. So I'll do that. So you just turn the light. Is that on? Not yet. There we go. So far, new fuel filter. There's selector cables, as I think I showed last time. Clutch. There's your clutch. Master cylinder. Selectors all installed. I've just got it all sitting here at the moment. I'll just pick this up. There goes the radio. So as you can see, it's bolted to the floor with those 2 bolts which are original mounts, and then 2 tech screws on the end there, self tappers, whatever you want to call them, which these 2 are 12mm bolts, or 12mm heads I suppose, 7 or 8mm bolts. So I mean that's more than enough to hold the selector in. It was just lifting a little bit in this end, so I just jammed them in because they're rubber mounts, so that'll hold it all steady. I mean, you don't need any more than that. And if you do, I'll just weld fucking thing to the floor. In the future, I mean, that's not hard. You can just easily stick weld it in there. Wouldn't need to worry about removing paint. There's clutch pedal. As you can see, it's on a bit of a skew, but to get there, I want, because I've left the auto brake pedal in there, I wanted to get it as far away as I could, but I might just end up putting the manual brake pedal in anyway. But yeah, I will get the pair of multi-grips and bend that so it's straight, so it looks half decent. What I've also got, I might show you while we're at it. There's the engine bolted up, but the major piss off for today has been there's 7 different starter motors for Magnas. I've got 3, none of them fit, so gonna meet the bloke I got the engine off. He's been absolutely brilliant. He's going to meet me halfway between here and Morwell, which is, I don't know, probably about Longwarry, Goon area, tomorrow afternoon, and drop me off the original flywheel off this gearbox. But you know, I suppose you must expect these things, you can't but not. I think that starter motor, that's off the TR. I think that is the same Yeah, it looks to be about the same as this one, whereas I need to sort of have a deeper, the gear itself needs to be further out from the bolt, so it can't be just in a straight line. Yeah, that all will need a different flow, a different ring gear. I think the thing is, those ring gear might be, that's too far back for these motors to engage. I don't think it's so much, although when you look at that, yeah, it's nowhere near it. But you wouldn't really want that flywheel any closer to the casting, so this might become a bit of a prick of a thing, I think. I'll hopefully upload this video so you can have a look at it tomorrow, see what I'm saying, but still, there you go. It's already, I'll bolt the manifold on. I might do that before I go in. So, trip back to Morwell, swearing cuss in between. This is what we've come up with. Now, you can probably see the amount of difference between these pressure plates, and there's no wonder they didn't work, because as you can see, the teeth on that one is quite a lot higher, so there's quite a lot of difference there. And even in the thickness of the pressure plates, that was never really going to, you know, work. So, you know, I know the back is thicker on that one, but there's still, you know, there's still a bit of difference. So, yeah, I'll fit this one up and we should be right to go. Got the engine sitting over there, as you can see. It's not the best position, but it's convenient. Okay, YouTubers, so I don't know how much you can see with this camera, but anyway. So I got the starter motor all fitted up and everything actually works now. Ring gear, well, the starter motor itself doesn't sound too good, but oh well, worse things have happened, so I can always rectify that along the line. I just want to get the thing back together for now. So I've got the inlet manifold gasket on with a bit of sealant around the water galleries. See there, it's not very neat, but it'll swash out anyway. Now the book recommends only to do it around the galleries. I don't know, I wouldn't really, if it were up to me, I wouldn't put any on there, but seeing as the book says so, that's what I'll do. I'm definitely not going to cover the whole thing in sealant, because I reckon it creates more problems on gaskets like this, to be honest. But anyway, okay YouTubers, so currently got the engine transmission suspended, as you can see it's swinging around. Just a weight test at the garage, and it seems to be completely fine. I mean, I got up and hung off that rail. My full body weight, so that's extra 70 odd kilo, and it didn't complain. So anyway, we're basically all ready to go in. The other difference that I noted was that relay shaft mount is different, so the actual thing itself is quite different. So anyway, now what I have realised is, since I've got that relay shaft in, there's not much chance of getting that getting the, what is it, so the drive shaft in, although I might be able to shoehorn it in while it's in there, but I'm probably going to have to remove that. I didn't have to remove it taking it out, but although I might be able to slip that in, I reckon I might be alright with that one. That one definitely has to come out. That's alright. So yeah. Yeah, I suppose I'll keep you updated. I'll probably, once I start putting it in, there won't be another update until I get it all bolted in. Now, is this a sight or what? No, where's my torch? Oh, hang on. But this looks a little bit better than last time you saw it, I believe. I'm looking for the torch. There it is. But that's all in. Now, there was only one problem I have, which you can't even call a problem really, and that was getting that gearbox, that bolt through the mount there. But you know, that took me about 5 minutes of fucking around and it's done, so I mean, you can't call that much of a problem. No, the rest of it went in smooth as silk, so I've done it with the manifold on, which makes it a hell of a lot quicker. The only thing is, while the engine was swinging, I needed to bolt the air compressor or air conditioning compressor on. That's done, so we're basically ready to start connecting everything back up now. first I won't put the drive shafts in yet. What I'll do is focus on getting the engine all connected up. I'll get it so it's in a runnable state, minus the radiator, because I'll put that in outside so I can do a full flush on it as I'm doing it, because there's some gunky shit left in those manifolds, I know that, but still, we'll get it all done tonight. I'd say it'll be ready to be driven out of here within an hour's, well, it might need an hour or so work tomorrow, and it'll be driving anyway. So there you go, that's fuel line. Just need to start ticking off the very long list of things to connect back up. My god, is it a long list at the moment, but we'll get there. I'll show you some more along the way. So yeah, my father come out and give me a hand to line it all up. I've got to put the nut on the back of that engine mount before I forget, so I'll do that right now. Again, YouTubers, well, so far I've just put the drive shaft back in, don't doubt you can see it there. Where's my torch gone? There it is. So yeah, filling up the gearbox with oil there. The camera doesn't want to focus, fucking arsehole thing. Clutch is all installed and bled. Selector was completely connected till I had to thing out for that. Disconnect it out of the way. Now tie rod end I do need to replace, because that one, the thread is absolutely rooted on. There you can see drive shaft is in gearbox, drive shaft is in hub, nut is not on yet, nut is here, big washer go on, big castellated nut go on. I'll tighten that prick up once I put the wheel back on. But I do have another tie rod just to put on here for now, but I will get a new one. I'll get both two new ones and do the rack boots while I'm at it, because they're absolutely rooted, as you can see. But you know, there's worse things on the car than that. So now I'll just crack that nut, count how many turns, take it off. That boot's not too bad. It's actually not in all that bad condition, it's just that thread. It's actually, don't really want to even attempt to repair that actually. Now the nut looks like it's more the problem, to be truthful. Alright, let's see if I can find another nut. I might leave that on there just for now. I'll get a new one next week, or I might get a second hand one from the wrecker tomorrow. But I just want to get it all back together tonight, that's all. Because really, at this stage now, another 20 minutes work and I'd have it running, but I think I'll just hook everything up, get everything ready, might fill up the radiator and bypass all the old inhibitor switch and all that shit, and I'll call it a night. I won't start it up tonight, although I might, I'll see. But my mother's sleeping, so I better not. Fucked around with a few things and looks like we've got it, so I'll just start her up now and we'll drive it out. Now, it's not the most conventional starting system at the moment, but still. Let's see if we got first. Now I won't run for too long, it hasn't got any water in it, but we'll put the radiator in and then we're ready to give it a test.